Michigan.
Only a few weeks ago, the world was changed when OpenAI released Sora, a text to video generator. Right now, it's still not being openly used, but the technology capabilities are there. From a simple text prompt being able to generate realistic video. But now it's being questioned where the data to train that model came from. Because ultimately, if artists' work was used without their consent, potentially this is illegal. Now, we will talk about the legal implications in a second, but first, I want to show you the clip of OpenAI's CTO deliberately dodging the answer of whether they train their data on YouTube videos and other videos.
What data was used to train Sora?
We used publicly available data and licensed data.
So, videos on YouTube?
Hang on. Wait. That is not a good face to make. Bro, that's a... We might have scraped a few million. Imagine you say, sir, do you have any stolen art in your art collection? And the guy's like, well, not sure. All I know is whatever she says from here, I'm very skeptical of.
And licensed data.
So, videos on YouTube?
I'm actually not sure about that.
Okay.
What? Isn't that your job? To be sure about where the data's coming from?
Videos from Facebook, Instagram?
You know, if they were publicly available, publicly available to use, there might be the data, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not confident about it.
Now, from the get-go, when I saw this, I wondered to myself, is this person media trained? I mean, I think the right answer here is just I'm not going to answer that question. When you say, I don't know, it comes off very, like, self-incriminating. And I think it would have just been better to say, like, we're not going to talk about that. It's proprietary, some kind of boilerplate garbage like this. And you see her kind of figure that out as she goes.
What about Shutterstock? I know you guys have a deal with them.
I'm just not going to go into the details of the data that was used, but it was publicly available or licensed data.
Now, a lot of people rightfully called out how bad this looks for them. I think it's interesting. We're going to get into the legalities here of whether it's possible to do this, because a lot of AI people are really pushing. They want to be able to steal all your data and use it to train their models and then sell their models for a profit. They say that's all fine. Meanwhile, the artists want total protection over their works. They say,
No,
you
there should be
can't take any of
protection,
my stuff
man.
without paying me for it. Meanwhile, the
don't know.
websites that control artist data, like let's say YouTube, can YouTube just sell my content without my permission for a training model? The law is very unclear at this point, and anyone who's telling you that there's a yes or no answer to this right now is lying to you. And the evidence for this is that right now it's being played out in the courts. The New York Times is actually suing OpenAI and Microsoft over AI and its use of copyrighted work. They say millions of articles from the New York Times were used to train chatbots that now compete with it. In other words, they train on the data, and then now their competitor, usually in fair use, there's a provision where you can't like be a replacement for the original work. You can't have stolen the market value of that work. And so all the people who are saying, hey, the work we're generating with these models is purely fair use, that's an argument against it, because actually you're competing with the thing that I'm making now that you stole my work. Or stole is Again, that's a legal term. Technically, the jury's still out on whether it's stealing, what is it. So I want to make that clear that we don't know yet whether what OpenAI is doing is legal. But I also want to make clear that they don't either. And that's their problem. Companies are recklessly building out models, not having any idea of whether what they're doing is legal, in order to gain the biggest possible market share, so that when they get slapped on the wrist, they go, oh, my bad, I'll pay a few $1,000,000 and then walk on my way. But now I have all the users, right? I have all the users because my model's the best, because I didn't worry about licensing data. I also find it interesting that, for example, they are clearly using some licensed data. The interviewer at the Wall Street Journal mentions that they have a deal with Shutterstock, for example. So clearly, they're paying Shutterstock. They don't feel like they can steal all of Shutterstock's data. I think that's very interesting that OpenAI, when they're dealing with a website that probably is willing to sue them, they're not willing to just take it. They're going to pay for Shutterstock's data. But then YouTube, they're refusing to say. And I think one reason is, if they say, yes, we trained on YouTube data or we trained on Facebook data, that also opens them up to some legal issues, because what is an unsettled case might become a legal case, right? YouTube, if they hear Sora's trained on their data, might say, hey, we want you to pay us. And then the YouTubers are also going to say, we also want you to pay us. So I think this is a huge problem that's coming up. I think it's going to increasingly become a problem. And some websites are dealing with it by actually paying for some of the trading data. For example, Google cuts a deal with Reddit for AI's training data. I think it's going to be a huge cash flow revenue for some websites to sell their data. But for these user-generated websites, I think we, as the people who generate the user content, have to ask ourselves, what's in it for us? You're taking our data. So, like, if you're a Redditor, you're providing the value. Reddit's getting the income. What are you getting out of this whole equation, right? I speak personally as a YouTuber. I'm concerned about this. If they go, YouTube sells my data, what do I get from that? Can it now make Voidzilla videos? I mean, obviously not, right? The Void is, you can't compete with the Void. Every day we sink further into the black abyss. But I'm worried for other YouTubers too. You know, some content is a little easier to reproduce than this massive production we have going on here. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. It is absolutely insane that the leader of a company, or the CTO of one of the biggest AI companies in the world, is responding like this, so afraid to answer very simple questions about where their data is coming from. When you're making faces like this, I'm not sure you're on the up and up, right? All from a company that's called OpenAI. I mean, irony is dead. I'm serious. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting to talk about. I will continue to monitor the AI
Not this year, last year we made like million.
Whoa. What do you feel like you've done right, and what do you feel like you've done wrong?
What does something like this cost?
That's a good question.
I feel like I have the opposite of Mark Rober's space.
I just like bidets.
Oh, God! That's the strobe.
God.
A child would die here.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't find out for weeks.
Today we're taking the show on the road and we're heading out to go to Ludwig's office. Actually, one of two of his offices. He's got an office for his company called Mogul Moves.
A company that is purely created to service me, Ludwig, in all of my stuff.
And a brand new studio space for his new company called Off Brand.
The idea of it is to help those creators in the future to make cool shit, to make cool shows.
So he's kind of like a variety late night host who has all of these different formats that he can make when he's live that then become videos on his channel.
So we've been thinking about this concept of creator companies being split into two sides. The unscalable side, which is where it fully relies on the creator. If you take the creator out, the company doesn't exist anymore.
If I leave, Mogul Moves isn't sticking around.
And now we're starting to see creators build scalable businesses, whether that's merchandise, food, or what Ludwig has, Off-Brand, where it actually operates like a traditional company with a CEO. And it's a lot more scalable. It can scale once Ludwig is done making videos, that company can still exist. Also, if you're wondering who's in the back, that's David, Tyga, Jesse. They're gonna be filming today and tomorrow.
On 3, 2.
Here we go! Woo! Okay, we're gonna need this. Let's go, let's go.
I normally arrive that way too. I just didn't today.
That is so
Hello, everybody. I'm Ludwig.
Come on, man, come on. Welcome.
Thank you.
As you can see, we've dressed the place up quite nicely.
Yeah, thanks for cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Why did you feel like you needed this space?
So we got it with the idea of doing productions. That was 2 years ago. We haven't done one production here. It's basically become an office and the set of the yard and a place to work out.
How many people work out of here?
Oh, baby. We got 4 editors.
Okay.
That's the bulk. We have 2 people on merch, 2 people in the filming department, our COO, Nick Allen, software developer, Otto. But it's also hard because a lot of people have moved over to Off-Brand recently, and so the number is falling. It was like 15 employees, and I think we're down to maybe 12 now.
So you're like intentionally poaching your own employees for Off-Brand?
Yes, yes. I've never thought of it like that. If somebody has a 5-year plan or a goal, this company's not gonna last 5 years.
We're at a dying company right
Am
now.
I gonna be here in 5 years? Am I gonna be making YouTube videos? If I'm not, then this company's dead. Whereas Off-Brand can exist 20 years in the future. And so it's more like, hey, you can go to this lifeboat or you can sink with the captain. It's up to you.
That's a good, it's a good Monday morning meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just listen, you guys are still here. This is a sinking ship.
Your call.
Your call.
I'll sink with you.
But just so you know, we're sinking here.
So when you saw the graphic we made about creator companies, where the creator is
Oh my God, I love that graphic.
This chart haunts my dreams. Colin and Samir, I have to give a big you to both of you for showing me this.
Was that the moment you realized this is a sinking ship?
It's the first time I visualized it. I think when Off-Brand came to be, and I think like I had my own personal goals of after I'm a YouTuber, like everything kind of clicked that like, oh, these people are gonna lose their job. And then I felt really bad about that.
And that's something that weighs on me. It's something I think about often.
You know, having them go to Off-Brand is my way of rectifying hiring someone who will not have a job in 5 years, which I think is not a good practice normally.
So I want to walk around the space, but would you say this space is representative of how you want to work?
Yeah, this is emblematic of me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
It's not emblematic of necessarily what I can do or what I've done, because that's usually on the backs of other people's work. But this shit me, because you fucking walk in, it's the gym, baby.
This reminds me of a real fantasy factory, like Rob Dyrdek's fantasy factory. There's like skateboards, basketballs.
I did my first ollie here.
Wow.
Can you ollie?
Not very well.
Don't hurt yourself, please.
All right, let's see it.
Oh shit.
No.
Okay, chill.
Be ready for support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get some air there?
I don't know, slow-mo.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, see, that's a much better ollie. Can you ollie?
I can't ollie, but I can do one trick.
No, you can ollie.
Oh, it's a moving trick. Oh, he's spinning it. Oh, that's so much
See?
harder than an ollie.
Yeah, that is way harder than an ollie.
It's like so much harder. You want to see the bathroom?
Actually, yeah, I do. Let's go.
Come in here, just me and you.
Oh, wow.
Stay up.
All right,
Just me and you.
Tyga, go ahead. Just with Lud.
That's the new swipe bidet. It glows. Hold up. Look at that.
Whoa.
Ain't that pretty?
So just to be clear, this is your bidet
This is
brand.
the most men I've been with in a bathroom. Yeah, this is my bidet brand. This is Swipe Bidet, Swipe Plus, V2.
Where does Swipe bidets fit into like your business pie
I don't know,
chart?
man. I'm not fucking Mr. Beast. I don't have like 8 people who are like, this is what you should do.
Got it.
I just like bidets, and I think more people should have bidets.
You know,
I would like one.
I would like one, and we
can
have not
get you guys
received one.
bidets.
We have not
I
received
would love
one.
one, actually.
Yeah.
This is a thing we can do.
I would love a bidet.
We can have your butts. All right, let me keep showing you around.
Before we go any further,
Sure.
like, I walk through here and it's, the yard play button is just in this box.
Yeah.
Are you moving out?
Nick did a kickflip on that. No, I don't know why this is all here, to be honest. I think this is, oh. No, I don't know.
So talk to me about this.
That's a gift. You keep that.
Okay, thank you.
But you know what? The messaging that you have that this is a dying company, I think like is it fits really well with this.
But I just want to understand, like, tell me where.
Is that peanut butter? Is that like an empty jar of peanut
That
butter?
is an art installation, actually. Peanut butter in jar.
So this is basically, you think about like the set and prop department in a way. Like these are relics
Yes,
of,
this is, and it's
of
not even.
things that were built or acquired to make a live stream more entertaining.
It actually might just be a sex thing. Honestly,
Okay.
I'm trying to cover our tracks here.
I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah, just let's not ask
You
too many
can
questions.
keep it.
I will pick it up on the way out.
All right, what are these rooms over here?
So this one is my girlfriend Cutie. She rented this out. It's a jarring difference from her office to mine.
Yeah. Wow.
So, you guys are very different, huh?
We're super different.
You guys are very different.
Well, she does a lot of like shows. She does like the Streamer Awards, which is like a very successful show. Very
and
successful.
like very premium in its nature.
Yes.
Welcome to the third ever Streamer Awards.
Good evening, everybody.
I think what makes her events different is she likes being involved in every aspect of the creation of it. So like down to, who the caterer is. And me, I have a team. And so I'm just like, go do it. And I trust them fully. And I don't worry about anything. I have a couple jobs, which is like get the talent to show up and then be the host of the event.
What do you stress about? Like what gets you stressed out? No.
I don't stress much. I try not to. Stress is bad.
Stress is very bad.
It's very bad. for you.
Yeah.
So I really try not to.
Not good for creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to. I just trust people.
I'm not built for streaming, man. I would be stressed all the time.
Yeah. No, you do great. No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, we stress. We're guys that stress.
I'll show you my decompression zone.
This has a bit of like a hostage feel to it.
Yeah.
This feels like a prisoner
Yeah.
of war type vibe.
No, it's like
I
a good.
don't feel like I could decompress in
You
here
try that.
at
You
all.
try. But then you sit on the air mattress. You're like, woo.
Who's pillow?
Dude, this
We're
is
gonna return that.
crazy. This is.
Honestly,
I feel like the next thing you're gonna tell me is that like not that there's a company dog, but that like there's a company possum or like raccoon, like
there are company cats. There's a bunch of homeless cats
like
outside.
feral cats.
Yeah, feral cats. They're so sweet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you guys could just leave me here. I'll catch up with
Good night,
you.
buddy.
Good night.
This is the editor's bay.
Editor's bay.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, this is like a real edit bay.
Yeah, this is actually where people work.
It's funny because like it feels like we're playing a game here of we're gonna rolling the dice when we
Yeah.
walk into a room if it's like a
if it's-
real place of work
or
if
a
it's,
saw torture chamber
Yeah.
where you don't know if you're stepping on jizz or.
Yeah. It toes the line.
Yeah.
This is
But
a real.
this I get.
This is a real ass place of work. We got our 4 setups for our 4 editors.
Yeah.
And people come in and do their shit.
What's being edited here?
Like main channel videos. We do a lot of shoots because I think we have a higher capability than other creators to do like a commercial
Right.
for a brand. So a lot of that's done here.
How much content needs to come out for you to feel like it's a success? Is there any goal there of like on a weekly basis or a monthly basis putting out this much and that means, or is it just as much as possible?
I would like to just upload shit that I think is cool. The only thing that drives me is that I have 4 editors. And so I want something for them to be able to edit. So that's kind of my main push. And if I don't record, then they just literally have nothing to do.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing that,
keeping it going.
that naturally happens as we build companies is like you have a team and then you're like, well, I guess I need the team to be doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than
Yeah.
than the team's not doing anything and you don't know what they should be doing because you haven't filmed anything.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we're here today.
Right.
And team has something to do.
Yeah.
Finally, these guys have something to do.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
All year, yeah.
But I mean, it's a real thing, right? It's a real thing. It's,
Yeah.
and it's
It is an anxiety thing for sure.
Yeah.
And you could be like, well, just don't do anything. And it's like, well, then it's harder to justify the cost and maybe start losing money. And then you have to make cuts. And I don't want to do that. So it's like, I'm happy to just fucking keep working, keep uploading,
Yeah.
and make sure they have something to work on.
So why is no one here today? Like, what makes today different?
It's fucking 10 a.m., bro.
What time does work start?
I don't know, when people roll in. Noon.
Okay.
And it also depends on the day. There's like,
I mean, that's probably us just being strange in that we're more of like,
you're 9 to 5.
We're not 9 to 5.
oh, look, we're 10 to 6.
Yeah, we're 10 to
Okay,
6.
10
We're cool.
You're hip.
Yeah, we're
Yo.
cool. We're cool.
Being back in
company.
the office?
We've got 2,
Okay,
but
shit.
they're really nice and they're from like CB2.
Yeah, they're
So you
nice
can't sit on
beings. No, yeah, they're more of like, more of like
at 'em.
energetic
Look at 'em.
pieces.
Yeah.
Everyone here has an editing setup at home. And,
Yeah.
and I trust them to get their work done.
Yeah.
And so there's no expectation to come in. What honestly has made people use this space more is the gym. Because I'll be here
That makes sense, yeah.
and I'll say, hey, come work out, and they'll come work out.
work out,
And then maybe they'll work after.
Yeah.
And it makes the space a little more lively.
Yeah, there's a lot of blank canvas space here.
These are 10 of the world's most powerful flashlights.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but every creator has those. That's not, there's nothing strange.
I mean, this is like dangerous, right?
I mean, if you look at it, it'll fucking burn your eyeballs for
Right,
sure.
right.
It's also heavy as shit. Double click it.
Oh, my God.
Oh
Oh, my God.
gosh.
Oh, my God. Turn it off, Colin.
It's kind of fun.
It is fun.
Here.
Just,
Oh, God.
That's the
my
strobe.
God, what are you
That's the
doing?
strobe. He triple clicked.
okay,
Triple clicks the strobe. All right, upstairs, baby.
let's do it.
Okay.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
This place is huge.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to have a space like this?
Like 10 to 15K a month, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I think that's the price of the
For a space this big?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I could be wrong. Maybe
I mean, you're
could come
probably...
back and-
Yeah, again, if you're renting spaces for events, you're spending that,
Yeah.
you know.
All right, this is the main work area.
Oh, wow, look at this. This is nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, look, it's not all a shithole.
Yeah, this to me makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What do people do here?
This is, I mean, just different jobs. This is where Otto is. He's the software dev. He made this cute little computer. This is Aiden. He's in Australia doing cocaine.
What's that door to?
Ooh. Come through while you guys go around here.
Okay, I'll walk up this thing.
You can go all the way. You
Okay, and I'll come through this
can
door.
go all the way. Yeah, you can both go.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Wow.
Dude, this is so cool.
This is cool.
Come on down.
Wow.
Woo. Welcome to the yard. How we doing?
Wow.
Thanks for
This
having
is
us.
cool.
Yeah, so this is our humble abode here.
Dude, this is so cool.
This is my chair.
All right.
When did you guys start the yard, and how often are you filming it now?
We film every week. We do a main episode and a bonus episode. And the reason I started it is we talked about doing it, but we weren't doing shit. And I wasn't gonna do it. So I was like, hey, here's the deadline. We either do it by here, we never do it ever till we die. And then they did it. They made it happen, mostly Nick.
I've looked at your Patreon numbers before.
Oh yeah, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
They're stupid. It's
That's like, did
yeah.
that surprise you, or is that Patreon became such a big part of that business?
Well, no, I mean, that was always the idea. I guess how successful it was surprising.
With all of this now, what is like your primary motivation with your content? Like, how motivated are you now by growing the business, or like by money, I guess? And how motivated are you by just like doing fun stuff with your friends?
I feel like I'm good on the money front. Like, I spend a lot of money on productions, on stuff that I think's cool. Not this year, last year we made like 13 million and I spent like 11. So like I spent a lot.
Damn.
There's a lot of employees, there's a lot of mouths. And it's getting more expensive because of off-brand,
Yeah.
which like I'm fully aware my job is to fuel that entity and keep it afloat for the first couple of years because it's a startup.
And that 13 million is across Mogul and Off-Brand? Like just basically.
No, that
across
was last year. That's before Off-Brand existed.
That's before Off-Brand
Yes.
existed. So that's Mogul.
That's 2022, right?
And
Yeah.
that, if we were to break that down into like a revenue pie chart.
Yeah, it's like, well, the bulk is the YouTube deal, and then probably another 15-20% would be like AdSense, and then another 10-15% would be like merch, and then I think the remaining would be brand deals.
Got it.
Which is like what, 25%, I think.
And the 11 million is on both the team as well as like just producing, like
yeah,
chess boxing, for example.
Chess boxing costs $1.5 million.
Yeah, that's an expensive endeavor.
10% of the budget.
Right.
In one event.
Got it.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mogul Chess Boxing Championship.
So you mentioned the YouTube deal, like YouTube paying you to be exclusive to the platform.
Yeah.
Does it, obviously that's a great situation.
It's
but
so sick.
But it's super rare, and it maybe will get increasingly more rare.
Oh, it's going away.
It's going away.
It's going away.
So how do you account for that? Do you worry about that?
Yeah, my goal this year, because I thought of that last year, and my goal, and I try to do really good in my partnership with YouTube. Like I really tried my best to be the best creator I could be, put on cool events, and be a good partner. And I showed up to a bunch of like fucking suit and tie YouTube shit. Not that it was like bad or anything, but like it's not stuff I would normally do.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also aware that this deal is not financially good for YouTube. Like it doesn't make sense on paper. They're overpaying me in an effort to grow and maybe get a leg up against their competitor and make YouTube gaming bigger. But they don't really need to, is I think what they've realized. And so the goal this year was to be profitable in Mogul without the deal.
Even if it's not an exclusive deal, for us, there's been times in our business where we have one huge brand partner and we don't have that many others.
Yeah.
And we realize, okay, this is a good year, but we actually need to act as if that deal's going away.
I think it's smart.
Right? Because when you're that over-indexed on one deal, you're super reliant on it. So you can't start spending like you're gonna have that deal again.
No.
How do you plan on supplementing that massive check? Is that via Off-Brand or is that?
Oh, well, so it's changed already.
It's already changed.
Right, it's massively different. Like I'll say full stop, I think that YouTube is going to stop giving out deals, and I have a 1-year deal. So it's like, we're already there.
Got it.
Clock's already at like 11:30, and so it's back to basics, which is just making YouTube videos, doing brand deals. But the brand deals have gotten crazier. I think that's where the change is. And I think the big difference is the brand deals are paying a lot more because they're being sold not just on me as a creator and I, hold product or whatever. It's also like we'll do an event with Off-Brand. And so that is able to sell for a lot more and then also get Off-Brand to a much better place.